We are about to react to a Longform sales page from Copy School 2019. It's a long page, so we have quite a few reactions to dig into, and let's get going.
Longform sales page 2019
That's
launch.
right.
So this is a sales page we rewrote when we added 2 courses, right?
Yep.
And we felt like now how are we going to fit 5? How are we going to fit 5?
It's
right?
so big. No sales page is possibly big enough to handle this.
That's what I was thinking.
Look at this. We shot this at my house in Edmonton.
This is a shot, right?
Yeah.
Different time, different era. That's all I can say.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Career-defining question for digital marketers, entrepreneurs, and the well-paid copywriters who write for them.
Okay. And you wrote this page.
Yes.
Perfect.
What is the difference between a marketing campaign that generates record-breaking profits, vaults you to the top of your industry, and has you jet-setting to Lake Tahoe for your next team offsite, and one that barely breaks even and leaves you shoulder shrugging on your post-mortem Zoom call as you wonder where the fuck things went so wrong?
Ooh, the F-bomb in the hero section.
We weren't holding back.
No. But good specificity here, right? And I think it's a good lesson in specificity because we've got in the like headline itself, well-paid copywriters. That's good. But then we get down, and this is like a nice thing to keep in mind when you're like writing your own copy and trying to balance specificity with actually like just saying a thing too, though. So what's the difference between a marketing campaign that generates record-breaking profits, not super specific, vaults you to the top of your industry, not super, but it's using good verbs, right? And has you, and then we get specific. So it's often a good rule, and we're following it here. You are to tackle the more interesting stuff at the very end of a paragraph.
Totally.
Yeah.
The specificity on the consequence is a lot clearer, right? Because that actually is the experience. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Though
like,
barely breaks even
wrong?
and leaves you shoulder shrugging. Zoom call. This is pre-COVID.
People were Zooming.
You were, I know, but like
I was ahead
it's a real. They're ahead of things here. Yeah. If you guessed
how life-changing your digital course, software, or coaching program is, you'd be wrong. How many upsells, downsells, tripwires, surveys, pixels, and ninja stars you've managed to sprinkle across the world's most epic funnel, you'd be wrong.
So picking a fight here, right?
How many 5-figure checks you've anxiously signed off on for high-level consultants, coaches, and masterminds to tell you what to do, but not how to do it.
And that's a fight we picked quite a bit.
Big time, yeah. How many late nights curled up in fetal, praying to all that's good and pixely that your copy somehow converts. It's a strong image, but I don't know if I would use this one again because no one actually curls up in fetal praying that something converts.
Yeah,
I feel like that one maybe took it a little too far.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We could have done something that felt more real. Like what's a thing that people actually do? Like that real moment of highest tension. We talked about sharing the Google Doc.
Talked about veggie straws.
Yeah. And then we break into a testimonial for you out of the gate.
Yep. It's
awesome.
A big one. Yeah,
it is. It's a good one. Because as every top-in-class marketer, copywriter, or business owner will tell you, cash doesn't change hands, lives don't get impacted, and your biz doesn't get rewarded with record-breaking. Didn't we say record something earlier?
We did.
Profits until your copy converts, which is also the real reason copywriters and marketers drink.
So we shifted the conversation into there really quickly, right? Like it didn't need to go there.
No.
But I know.
Why do we? Why do we keep going back to that well?
So it's a moment of highest tension hook, essentially, is what it is. And let's see if we actually follow up on that. Okay, so no,
this is like from the email.
Right. So don't.
Emphatic glass clink. It's there.
It's swiped. It was
I don't
taken
know.
From,
I think we're going to see it
Drinking
throughout.
is not an emphatic glass clink. No, it actually is swiped from that email, which is something sometimes we've done, right? Because vertical and horizontal stretching the sales arguments.
Exactly, yep.
But you will notice here, right, that we left Cliff Bars.
Spelled wrong. That was my one way to keep it out.
So that wasn't the only mistake we made that launch. So I remember I got called out on another one. I don't know if you ever noticed it, but I think it was like we were talking about copywriters holding themselves back, right?
Okay.
And I think I had to note, like in the great words of Sam Mendes, there's nothing holding you back. Because that was a song, right? Like,
no, it was
there's
Shawn
nothing holding me
Mendes.
back.
Sam, you said Sam and you meant Shawn.
Yeah.
And Shawn Mendes is Canadian.
Was he? Didn't know that. I don't listen to much radio. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to read this. Allow me to be blunt. Without the copy, The lofty acquisition goals you whiteboarded for that SaaS you spent 19 months coding are just that, goals. Without the copy, your online course, aka the reason your friends and family barely recognize you anymore, doesn't enroll a single student. Without the copy, the cash you're sending to Zucks to put you in front of a hyper-targeted audience does nothing but help them target another. Did we mean target or do we mean buy?
I mean, I guess you target something before you buy it.
I guess that's why we're doing the target. Okay.
Right.
Another 50-acre estate off the Amalfi Coast. Without the copy, your next level, in quotation marks, and I get why that's in quotation marks, funnel that you spent all of last quarter's marketing budget on is nothing but a set of lines and empty boxes. And we've used this reference a few times too, spread out across an overpriced flow chart.
Yeah, I think this was a big hook at the time because high-ticket coaching programs, consulting programs were really all the rage, right? People were dropping 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 for someone to say, well, you need to do this, right? And it's like,
they're whimsical. It wasn't even whimsical at the time. Some map in front of people.
Exactly. And then so little budget was often left to the people who actually come up with the messaging that goes into them, right? And the word set fill it. So
it's still the case. It's still like, you still have to go and fill that stuff in. Yeah.
So we hammered on that. The skeleton of a real world marketing campaign, the dead bones of that's an image. The dead bones of a rotting digital carcass without the beating heart, flesh, and connective tissue that actually makes things move.
Not
the stuff.
It's zombie-ish for me now as I read it.
It got Walking Dead a little
because there's dead bones of a rotting digital carcass. That's that last image, and then you're shoving a beating heart into it, and flesh and connective tissue over it to make it move. And it's like, what are we bringing back to life here?
We're doing something here.
Okay, but I'm not mad at it.
But this thesis here still stands, right? Nothing changes until your copy consistently and predictably gets the yes and gets it at scale.
Yeah, and we know that at scale. Selling at scale, we've heard from people again and again, is like, I never even thought of it that way. And that's so true. And that's why, so maybe some formatting problems here because we then interrupt, and that's why with a photo of you looking extraordinarily thoughtful, Wahida looking very charming, and me with my mouth open as per freaking usual. Great. That was the best still shot they could get of me. I guarantee it.
On this one. Yeah.
Yes. But look how good Wahida looks like she's owning it and everyone's ignoring me as I talk.
This should have been a crop for sure.
It's good. It's good. Thoughtful ride. Look, you've got like a raised eyebrow.
Yeah, it's raised.
This is good copy.
All right. And then this is our big argument, right?
Writing high converting copy is oh no. One of my least favorite things is that we don't put, this is all in title case, but isn't. And I know that like by style guides, it's not supposed to be, but it makes me crazy. Yeah. It does all the heavy lifting as a verb. It's one of the hardest worked verbs. I'm just going to nerd out for a second there because it should be, it should have, I like to edit.
You're on team is.
I am. I love to be. Okay, writing high converting copy is, capital letter, the single most profitable skill you will ever master in your business or career. We've proven it over and over again, at which point I expect to see proof. Thank God it follows. In our businesses, in our clients' businesses, in our students' businesses. When you master the ability to quickly and confidently write high converting copy, you're arming yourself and your company with an invaluable $1,000 per hour skill. We were talking about this in emails.
Yep.
We talked about it in the webinar, this being the $1,000 per hour skill. So if people were new to this page, they wouldn't know what we're talking about. But our hope is that they've got it by now. Oh, this is me? Why am I a testimonial? Oh, because we were talking about businesses for our clients. Right? Yeah, and our clients' businesses. So then Amy Porterfield, which is awesome. Perna, Tarzan, Brad Wages, Shanti, Tara, Marion. And these are all still advocates. This is awesome. These wins didn't come from months or years of learning and laboring. Okay, we're getting specific here. We're still talking through things.
You can hit share on that Google Doc while sporting the world's ugliest khakis and still feel like $1 million. Hell, you can be socks and sandals guy and still strut out of the office at 5:01 p.m. with
doing this. What kind of jackass are we setting up here?
Don't be that guy. Okay.
Don't be that guy.
Okay, so I gotta compose.
This is glorious.
The argument we were making is that you could get away with this absurd shit as long as you're really good. And obviously we exaggerated it.
Okay. So marketer or business owners, we start like segmenting things, segment there of who you are. Then we give examples of these business owners and copywriters. Probably could have put this person, Sarah Jones testimonial above, but we're not going to worry too much about it. Mm-hmm. So if the rewards of this skill are so disproportionately high, why do most marketers and some copywriters treat copy like a close talk? Is that even how you spell leper?
I don't know.
We're not allowed to say these things.
We're still on the zombie apocalypse here too, right?
Like leprosy is still a thing. Why are...
This is rough.
Us.
Okay.
Us. Double root canal without the laughing gas. Scary.
Even though it's the most profitable skill, it's also the most subjective and confronting as you sit at your laptop. With the Google Doc open, you wonder things like, am I doing this right? Does this sound too salesy? Are these words going to convert? Or am I wasting my time with something that's already dead before I even hit
Were you watching a lot of Walking Dead at the time?
I wasn't even. I've never seen The Walking Dead.
What zombie movie or show have you seen?
None. I was in the collective consciousness, I guess. It was just kind of floating.
In the water.
Right?
Okay, there are apps that will tell you, this is still true, actually. Mm-hmm. So there are apps that will tell you what grade level you're writing is at. True. There are plugins that will tell you if a word is spelled wrong. True. There are bots that will autocomplete a common sentence. True, and then some now. Yeah. But there's no plugin, app, or bot that will tell you if your copy is any good. That is true.
Still true.
We should build that. Mm-hmm. We should try to build it. No, I'm not building it. Okay, I'm going to skip. Oh, yeah, proven 3-step path. So this is from the sales page in a day template.
Exactly.
That you used. We teach it. You teach it inside 10x sales pages. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you're fully doing everything from the 15-point sales page in a day template.
Totally.
Love it.
Cool.
Oh, the introduction of the most profitable person in the room. Noun. You're owning it, and you decided to call it noun as well.
And we gave it an origin. Copy School 2019.
Now we know.
I
didn't know what year it started.
So we defined it. A confident, well-paid copywriter, marketer, or business owner who's developed the skills to generate profits on demand by mastering the 4 key junctures where cash changes hands.
Whew, big
ads,
sense.
Landing pages, emails, and sales pages. Cool, but can you use that in a sentence? Yeah, we can. Here's what it means to be an MPP. It means that.
Then with MPP.
Yeah.
As a copywriter, as a marketer, founder. Okay. So again, we're saying, I'm not trying to skip ahead, but I know that we want to get into the close and look where we are on the sides of the page. Okay. At the time, we'd helped over 1,500. This is awesome. Lots of testimonials.
There's a social proof overload here.
There's a lot. That's good. This is the Copy School 2019 Most Profitable Person in the Room edition.
Yeah. So I remember this just being a challenge, right? Of how much to break down each program as it expanded. And I think, was this a page where we had secondary sales pages if you clicked on an individual one?
Like an interstitial. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it wasn't an interstitial. Yeah, you could click on these.
Right.
I'm not going to because we'll probably lose this. And I doubt that it took.
Yeah.
Okay. Break things down. This was new this year, Facebook ads, which was actually Facebook and Instagram ads, which it's meta ads, but nonetheless. Wow, lots of social proof here. Take 60 days to learn, test, profit. It's total real world value of $6,000. And today it's like 23,000 or some nonsense. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. But then you can enroll for 12 monthly payments of $247.
That's what we had.
Or a one-time payment of $24.97.
Page doesn't lie.
Page doesn't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Thing to be smart as for grabbing your credentials. Lots of those. More of that. And then we're at the end. Forget, is this right for you? I mean, what does that even mean? Okay, so this is good because you actually teach about this.
Yep.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was positioning against the whole, is this right for you stuff? Because what does that mean? Right?
Yeah.
You got to frame it against the results they actually want and see if they're in a position to get them. So
ready to let us help you double your ROI in Copy School by the end of next quarter. So that's good, right? Yeah. If you can say F yeah to at least 6 of the following. 6!
At least.
You're really asking people to read a lot.
It was a different time.
You're a seasoned copywriter. You're a fairly new copywriter. You're a founder, business owner, online entrepreneur, digital marketer. You're already in the game. I want to see how many we have. You want to gain results-driven mastery over the places that matter. You can pass the Trello test. Okay. You can pass the software stack test.
I would have skipped that one.
This is good. No, I like this one. I think this is like really helpful
Mm-hmm.
because you can tell if you have it or you don't have it. Like
Right.
it's a 0 or a 1.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want more shit to learn. You want things to execute and profit from. Yeah.
So there's 9 things, and they're all true. You're willing
Yeah.
to test things out for 60 days to see just how big of an ROI you can get.
Yeah. And then you referenced Justin Bieber.
Well, it was talking about like the
How do you
guarantee,
feel about
right?
that though?
I mean, I don't feel hard.
I remember when I said I loved a Justin Bieber song. Oh, it was the one that Ed Sheeran wrote that he then
I'm not familiar.
wrote. And you were like, oh, it's terrible. I was like,
don't-
it's an objectively good song.
I can't judge it because I don't even know it. Why did I judge it?
You're
then?
really.
I don't know what song you're talking about.
No, you're not protesting just a little too much about the whole Justin Bieber thing?
Mama, give me love. That one?
No, that's Ed Sheeran, and that's a good
that's
song.
Just it. That's a great song.
That was actually my first dance
No
at my
way.
wedding.
I-
You were there.
I recall the song.
You do not.
I recall the
We had
dance.
like 3 songs. Don't remember.
The songs just kept going. Dance.
They did.
It was the endless dance.
That's
And
because
I'm
he was supposed to chop them up. Anyway,
like, are you going to let the rest of us dance yet? Because I'm getting a little cold on the bench. That was a snort. I caught a snort.
oh, that's true. I was like, sit down. It's my
Sit down.
wedding.
Oh, dance. Cool.
Okay, so that's the long and the short, more of the long of the long form sales page for 2019, and I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this
Yeah.
was the one that introduced the most profitable person in the room idea.
Yeah, which I still love, which
still
is still
sticks.
true.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a few things we would change, but overall.
And it's signed. Joe and Rye.
There's a whiskey clink.
Whiskey clink.
Hat tip, whiskey clink, and we'll see you on the inside.
I wish we had hats to tip to close this video out, but we don't.
We don't.
But we will see you on the inside.